guys, this is Dominique Wilkins.
Hey, this is Sean Kemp.
This is Gary Payton.
Hey, this is Pau Gasol.
NBA fans, what's up? This is Vince Carter here.
Hey, what's up? This is Matt Barnes. If you're an old school NBA fan like I am, make sure you check out the Basketball Time Machine with my man Sean David.
Hey guys, what's good? Welcome back to the Basketball Time Machine. My name is Sean David and I welcome you to your dose of weekly old school NBA basketball. Now, today's episode, I want to take a look at a player that unfortunately doesn't get that much recognition, or let's put it that way, is not being talked about a lot recently. And the player that I'm talking about right now is Manute Bol, one of the tallest players who ever played in the NBA, one of the best shot blockers, and one of the most fascinating and interesting dudes that have ever been touching NBA basketball. Back in the 80s and 90s, that guy was a great rim protector. But of course, as time passes, not everybody that played in the 80s and 90s is still remembered as they should. So we're gonna take a look at NBA legends, talking about them, and I will also give you my 2 cents. So I would say subscribe to the channel, like the video, and let's go. So before we start taking a look at NBA legends talking about that guy, I want to show you what he was capable of. And yes, that was a single game, but that guy could shoot the downtown. Let's take a look.
He plays very intelligently on defense.
Manute with the fling three, got it. Oh! Down by 14. Manute with another. Oh my! How about it?
A shot that would get over Manute.
See?
Hey, the guy can make 3 out of 4. He should shoot them all night.
3 threes in the third quarter for Manute Bol. The Sixers have found an offensive weapon.
Chambers was just leaning on him a little too much.
Four 3-pointers in this quarter for him.
You know he's going to drill 2 out of 3, or what's that? 5 out of 7?
I don't believe it.
These are the people here.
I don't believe this. Sixers had come back to within 10. Now it's He's got 6 threes this half.
My brother John and he were teammates, so that's when I first met him. And so when I was in school here, they would come down to the St. John's games from Bridgeport. And I remember John telling me about this 7'7" guy. I'm like, come on, man, there's no one 7'7". He might be 7 feet. But he came down to one of our games, came into, at the time, Alumni Hall. And the whole place, during the game, the whole place just was like, they weren't even watching the game anymore, just watching him. So we became close because he's my brother's teammate. And then when he got traded to the Warriors, we became really, really close. We lived in the same neighborhood. We spent a lot of time together. Like I said, he had an incredible sense of humor. And Nelly, being the innovative coach that he was, really found a way to make him really, really effective, more so than any other part of his career, blocking shots and, believe it or not, shooting threes.
Shooting threes. He had that kind of funny set shot release.
Manute Bol, you remember Manute Bol? 7'7", about 180 pounds. And a funny story about that. They used to let Manute Bol drink the whole time. So he would drink Heinekens all day long to help him put on weight. So Manute Bol never played sober in one basketball game.
Are you serious?
That's the truth. You know, he used to tell us all the time. He used to say, you know, that he was 35 years old. But I used to be on the bench, and I'd be looking at all the circles, the scars around his head. And I asked him one day, I said, Manute, what is those scars on your head? And he says, well, the white man lost my birth certificate in the jungle, so every 5 years I take a rock and I slice one across my head. So I was like, all right. And I started looking at it the next game, and I said, holy shit. Manute Bol is 55 years old because he had 11 stripes.
It's like when you chop a tree down and you look at the rings.
You know? So Manute Bol probably died at 90, you know, because he was 55 as a rookie in the NBA. If he was going by 11 stripes, 11 times 5 is 55 all day long, right?
So you mentioned you're getting drafted early by the Washington Bullets. There's no secret we've discussed your height at 5'3", so I think you know what question's coming next. played with a gentleman. I think everyone here has probably heard of him, Manute Bol, who came in at 7'7". He had you by a few inches. I think everyone's seen the photo. So talk to me a little bit about what that was like playing with somebody on the complete opposite end of the spectrum as yourself, height-wise.
My buddy Newt, may he rest in peace. I'll tell you, it was awesome playing with him. He was such a funny individual. He was warm-hearted. He had such a passion for the game. And, you know, the stories that he shared with me, you know, coming from Sudan, and the opportunities that he had growing up, and being able to now to see his full circle come to fruition, it was just unbelievable. And I mean, he was a 7'7", but he thought that he was 5'10". He thought that he was a guard. He always wanted to handle the basketball. He always wanted to shoot threes. He always wanted to play me one-on-one in practice. I mean, we had so much fun. At one point, he and I was wrestling. You know, I used to wrestle when I grew up, but he wanted to wrestle me. He always felt that he can get me on my back. And I told him, I said, Newt, you too tall. You're too tall. You can't get me on my back. You know, your legs are too visible for me. You know, they're right there in front of me. I'm gonna pick you up and just, no, you don't get me.
So you got some hot dog here with you, man?
Right there. A little rice.
Sauce, bun with this.
Right there.
This is the moment we've all been waiting for.
They're right there.
Almost killed me.
I know.
Oh, man. Oh, man, I never been scared like this in my life, man. I saw a big head coming out of these like this.
Obviously, he was the tallest player and you were the shortest player. What was it like playing with him?
That was my guy. We didn't have private planes back then. We all flew commercial. And when we go fly, you know, it's only 8 first-class seats, so they went by seniority. So, of course, Newt and I got bumped in the back, and we in the back, and you can imagine his knees all up in his chest because the seats are so daggone small. I would give you just one story. Manute and I was playing one-on-one. I mean, Newt liked to shoot his little slingshot, like by his ear. You know, I had a 44-inch vertical jump, so he went to go shoot it, and I blocked the shot. Boy, that pissed him off. And Mo was just all over him. He chased me around that damn gym about 15 minutes. He couldn't catch me.
I would say Manute's probably my best friend. Him and Brian Oliver are my best friends on the team. He's a great guy, really smart. I think when you look at him, people don't think he's intelligent because he was raised in the jungle.
The Washington Bullets made Manute Bol their second-round pick in 1985. In his rookie season, he blocked a league record 397 shots, a record that's yet to be broken. He played with 3 teams in the NBA. At times, he was on top of the world. This 225-pound giant had it all. NBA. He was best known as the Sudanese shot blocker. He had left Sudan to come to the U.S. so that he could make money playing basketball. He told me in 1985 it was basketball or back home to Sudan.
I would be a farmer.
You'd be a farmer?
Yeah. If I don't play basketball either.
Where would you be farming?
At home. And I will not see in the United States too, so I will not be talking to you.
What I really liked about Manute Bol, aside from being an NBA player that was super skinny, super tall, and was just fascinating to watch, was that he seemed to be a great person. And even the mystery, nobody knowing how old he was exactly, that it just adds to the fascinating facet of this guy. And it's so unfortunate that he has passed away so soon. And I mean, that's something that happens to a lot of guys who are super tall, but he will always be remembered by the old school NBA fans. And yeah, his son carries on his legacy. Anyway, you guys, let me know in the comments below what you think about Manute Bol, and hopefully see you next time on the Basketball Time Machine.